Birmingham has set itself up as a city that's serious about tackling climate change. Its ideas are bold, and the plan is to ban cars from the city centre altogether. But coronavirus has turned aspirations over emissions upside down, and business leaders admit staying loyal to green ambitions won't be easy whilst getting the economy back on its feet.
Right now, businesses are hemorrhaging cash. We're seeing that, businesses are trying to stay alive. And so while certainly, we know that there has been a lot of good intent to go green from a business perspective, certainly over the last sort of 12, 24 months, I think just the sort of financial flexibility and probably the almost the mental capacity to do that while you're just trying to keep your business alive, sort of in survival mode, is going to make that more challenging.
Trains, skies and roads this busy seem like a long time ago, but Sky News has seen data which shows just how much of a short-term impact staying at home has had on our carbon-intensive lifestyles. As expected, carbon emissions have decreased in recent weeks, but we now know they've gone down more than a third every day since the start of lockdown. There's been a 60% reduction in the use of passenger vehicles. Road transport was the biggest source of carbon emissions in the UK. And there's been a 20% increase in residential emissions, with more people working from home. Just a few months ago, there was a real momentum in tackling climate change. The committee, which advises the government on how to reach its goal to make Britain carbon neutral by 2050, is now trying to get that momentum back. In a letter to the government, the Committee on Climate Change has set out a number of economic goals, which include making green investments to support economic recovery, limiting financial support for sectors which are carbon intensive, and supporting working from home and the low-carbon lifestyles that we've learned under lockdown.
Happily, the things that we can do to invest in climate change and improve the problems of climate change here in the UK are also things that we can do to help recover well from what is going to be a very damaging, I suspect, economic crisis post-COVID. And I think we need to bring those two things together.
In reality, the short-term reductions in emissions won't have any significant impact on reaching long-term climate goals. But coronavirus has shown how easily habits can change. Lisa Holland, Sky News, Birmingham.